my lovelies. Hello, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another military ration tasting. Today I'll be tasting Spain. This ration was sent to me by viewer BlackDogBob. Thanks so much, Bob, for sending this to me. He sent me so many international rations. I'm so excited to taste them, so look for those videos soon. But this will be my very first tasting of a Spanish ration. This is one meal, and this is for breakfast, desayuno. If you like these kinds of military ration taste tests, be sure to check out the playlist where I've eaten tons of different other countries, including US rations as well. All right, let's go ahead and taste Spain. This is a relatively small ration, but it makes sense because this is only one meal. It's slightly larger than my hand. Let's give that an open. And it's kind of in this olive drab color. Okay, the instructions and contents here in English, French, and in Spanish. Sales para rehydración olar, sabor limón. I think it's rehydration salts, and luckily this is translated, and indeed 1 bag of oral rehydration salts. And this looks like condensed milk, fluoride toothpaste, cool. This is cocoa powder, sweet crackers. So it looks like this is cereal with fruit and honey. This looks like some solid fuel, 2 of those. Book of matches. 2 more packages of condensed milk. Looks like a chocolate bar. A toothbrush in a tube. I love that. I don't know what the edulcorante is, but chicle is gum. Water purification tablets. A disinfectant for your hands. And this is napkin, I believe. This is your stove. And that's the empty box. I find it interesting that it contains 3 packages of condensed milk, but there's no tea or coffee. So Spanish officers, do let me know, do you typically carry your own tea bags or coffee? Or is it provided separately? Because this ration doesn't have anything in terms of a hot beverage to drink with the condensed milk. This I'm sure can be used in the cereal, but 3 packages worth seems quite a lot. Let's go ahead and construct the stove. Okay, so looks like you just fold these 2 sides up and inward. So it forms a little box. And then you pull these 2 down to make the feet. Like that. Now we're going to take the solid fuel that it comes with. Ooh, so stinky. Straightforward matches there. We use that to light the fuel. Come on. Then we place our food or tin of water on top of this and get it going. Next, I have a liter of water and I want to test out the purification tablets. I'm just going to add 1 of those to the water. Very, very tiny, probably iodine tablet or chlorine tablet. Look at that, very, very small. Drop that in there, and it says to let that sit for ½ an hour before we consume it. This water is just coming out of my tap, so I know that there are no pathogens in it, but I'll still wait for the allotted 30 minutes, doing its little bacteria killing thing. And these are the Rehydration Salts. This is in lemon flavor. Put it in a bowl so you can see it. Looks just like white powder. What's different about these is you pour this into your mouth and then you drink a lot of water. All right, let's give this a taste. Mmm. Well, that was fun. Indeed, it's got kind of a lemony flavor. Definitely has some artificial sugar in there. It has that kind of cloying, fake, slightly bitter sugar flavor that comes with artificial sweeteners. But I think what was really fun is that it fizzes. It's a bit like British sherbet, the candy. It just fizzes in your mouth and kind of foams. What I don't appreciate is the fake sugar flavor. I really don't like sucralose and those types of sugars, but it's really not that unpleasant. It is significantly salty and sour and kind of lemony, but I do like the means of delivery, kind of very quick and easy and sort of novel. Now that I'm rehydrated, let's go ahead and eat. These are galleta dulce. These are tostada brand, And they are just like little MRE biscuits, but they're not round, they are rectangular. They don't look quite as buttery as a Lou biscuit, and certainly more brittle. Itadakimasu. Those are great. Really, really simple, basic biscuit. Just a little bit sweet, maybe just a hint of vanilla. Kind of a slight Grammy flavor to them, but delicious. Love these crackers or cookies. Let's see what's in here. So this is a cereal, and it feels a little bit like granola. Indeed. Great. I'm assuming this is similar to the German ration, where utensils are not provided because officers are already carrying them. Looks like it's partly toasted, so I think you could either add hot water or cold water this with a little bit of condensed milk to have it either hot or cold. There are some raisins in there and a little bit of slivered almonds as well. So let's just have a little bite like this. Here we go. It's great. It's slightly sweetened, and it's just granola. It has a nice little nutty flavor to it. Let's add a little bit of condensed milk to that. Add a little bit of that. This looks a little bit more golden in color than the condensed milk that we have here in the US. Ours is a little bit paler in color. And add a little bit of water and make kind of a milk. The condensed milk makes that very, very sweet. I think I'd probably just eat the granola by itself because that to me was a good amount of sweetness. Adding the milk is nice because it's not so dry, but because the condensed milk has added sugar to it, it makes it very sweet. But yeah, still not bad. All right, so let's make our hot chocolate. We're gonna take our hot chocolate powder, pour it into our cup. It smells just like Swiss Miss, but this is a little bit darker in color. Let's give that a sip. Cheers. Yeah, this is interesting. I was expecting this to be a lot more chocolatey. It's kind of light on the chocolate flavor, has lots of sugar in it, but it's also very light in the milk. It's not very dairied. I don't have that familiar kind of coating of milk in my mouth that I typically associate with hot chocolate, you know, that I had growing up. It's not bad. It's just a little bit different. Now let's try it with a biscuit. Oh yeah. That's a great combination. So in case we hadn't had enough chocolate, now we have a chocolate bar. Oh, look at this. That's charming. A little cherub. And this is milk chocolate. Looks like it's slightly bloomed. And let's give that a taste. That's nice. The hot chocolate with the milk chocolate, fantastic. The hot chocolate just melts all the little bits of chocolate in your mouth. Wonderful. This is a very, very, very sweet chocolate bar that tastes mostly of cocoa and sugar. But along with the hot chocolate, it's magnificent. I forgot to use my hand disinfectant. Here it is. This feels liquidy, so I think it's going to be like an alcohol substance. Indeed, it's this kind of clear, yep, hand sanitizer. Not familiar. Ooh, this is actually scented. It smells a little bit like detergent. Yeah. So you can have the sensation that your hands are cleaner, but then it just magically dissolves. Your hands are nice and dry and disinfected. Smart, but I should have done that before I ate. Here is little napkins. Open that up. Oh, there's several napkins. I actually thought it was going to be one big sheet, but they're actually several bits of napkin or tissue, depending on what you want to use it for. Some gum. Let's open that up. One piece of gum. A nice substantial piece of gum with a little candy coating on the outside. Very minty and mentholated. Really great for freshening your breath. And yeah, I don't know if this is xylitol gum at all, but it seems like it should be. Nice. Next, let's try our toothpaste and our toothbrush. Cepillo dental. This is a toothbrush. I love the olive drab color of that. In theory, you could store your extra toothpaste in here for next time, right? All right, so here's our purified water. It smells very strongly of chlorine. Let me give it a little taste. Yep, tastes like a swimming pool. Let's use that to brush our teeth. Here we go. All right, clean and fresh. There you have it. I just brushed my teeth on camera. That toothpaste had a slight kind of gritty feeling to it. It had a pepperminty flavor, almost anisey. But now my teeth feel nice and clean and fresh. And I love the fact that they include that to promote good dental hygiene. And that was breakfast. I do have another one for lunch, so look for that video soon. Big thanks again to BlackDogBob for sending this to me. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Be sure to share this video with your friends. You can follow me on social media. I'm pretty active on Instagram and on Facebook. You know, ring that notification bell so you know when I publish videos. And I shall see you in my next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye. Russia, 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 Russia.